Alright, we're going to need to know how to add geometry. If we hop over to our layout mode, our default, let's just do a new, right? Our default scene. And we delete that. We're going to want to know how to add some geometry. So we can add it right here. Or we can Shift A. Come on. Maybe. Shift A. I could not hit my keys. And that'll bring up the add menu. So they're the same, right? And we've added our extra objects. So we get single vert, we get round cube. But we also have all of these primitives here. We can add a plane, right? A cube. And if you'll notice over here, when you add something, you have some parametric settings. So before we actually create this cube, we can adjust where it sits, the rotation of it, the size, whether it has UVs. Alright. So we can just change all this back by putting it at 0, 0, 0, and then changing the rotation back to 0, and let's say we want a 1 meter cube, right? Alright. If we wanted something like a torus, we get a bunch of different settings here. So we have some operator presets. Well, nothing there, but you can actually store them. So if you had a particular donut that you were doing, so let's say it was 32, and your segments were 16, and your major radius was 1.25 centimeters. Now let's say it's 10 centimeters. And your minor radius was 2 centimeters. You can just type that in there, right? But we can also adjust it manually. So if it goes too fast, one of the cool things about Blender is you can press Shift and hold it, and then it'll move everything in a more precise manner. Give you a little bit more control over it. So maybe that's what I want. Maybe there, right? So each one of those has its own setting. You also have view. So, you know, depending on which angle I'm at, if I make some adjustments, right? Select view, it'll pop to view or world. So play around with adding those objects, and in object mode, each object will be added to the collection, right? Now we're just messing with meshes right now, so right? Each one's over here, and we can select it. In object mode, let's get rid of some of these. So right, we're in object mode. Or I'm sorry, edit mode now. So we just select edit mode. If we hit Shift A or add, and we add a cube, it's all part of this cube. Right? Every bit of it's all part of that cube. That's one object. So you can consider this as the object container for whatever object you're building, right? Or its part. We'll call it part. I deleted the object, removed it from the scene collection and the workspace.